Hello, can y'all hear me? Welcome back to the house where we talk news, celebrities, and hot topics. If you guys can hear me, please let me know in the comments down below. Please, please, please. Yes, today is a late night notice, late night live. We're going to go ahead and get into some things when it comes to the Real Housewives of Potomac very quickly. I'm here for a great time, not a long time, y'all. I just came back from Tampa. And a bitch is tired, okay? A bitch is tired. But what I loved about this Tampa trip, it was my friend's birthday, right? Happy birthday to my good sis, my best friend, Kiki the Cupcake Girl. We did a road trip to Tampa and Hunty. I was so excited because all of my outfits were Nova Men, okay? Y'all know Nova Men and Fashion Nova. I was super excited. And so, listen, what I'm wearing right now. Road trip to Tampa, all of my outfits. Hold on. Let me mute this. So this was my Tampa trip right here. Okay, and baby, I was looking cute, right? Yes, they came through with the sweatpants, the jacket, because, you know, sometimes it gets cold out here in Atlanta, honey, right? Let me go ahead and make myself smaller. There's me road tripping it. I was sleepy, child. I was like, somebody get me out this cart, right? We went to the harbor in Tampa. I loved it. We went to Busch Gardens, which was super fun. This hoodie right here is Nova Men. Love this hoodie. It fits really, really good. That's my good sis, Kiki. We saw the elephants. We rode the rides. This outfit right here is... It's going on with my mic. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with the microphone. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Y'all, my bad. Okay, I have been going from the house for like 3 days and everything is a mess, okay? It's a mess because I had rearranged like the microphone and the camera and whatnot, and it's like every time I get to speaking, the shit go on mute. So I don't know what's going on. I apologize. Okay, now what I was saying was I just got back from Tampa and all of my outfits were sponsored by Nova Men. Okay, let's see if it works this time. Okay, there, the mic is working. All right, so that's my outfit with Nova Men and Fashion Nova. Child, they gonna disapprove of this post, honey, because the damn microphone not working. But anyways, I'm not gonna do my whole spill again, but all of the outfits that you see on the screen is sponsored by Nova Men, including the outfit that I have on tonight. Okay, I know it's super basic, but that's what I'm known for. I'm known for cute and basic, and I love Nova Men because they have the cute, basic, simple pieces like what I have on tonight. We have the hoodie, regular black hoodie. You guys know that this is my staple. It's my signature. Nova Men has all of the hoodies that look super, super, super cute. And we paired it with this cute, like, quilted vest that I love so much. It's kind of warm, but then it's cool outside, so I don't need a whole jacket. And so the vest comes in super, super clutch. All right? So go ahead. Links are down below if you want to shop the looks. Of course, for the ladies as well, you can shop Fashion Nova. Links are down below. Thank you so much to Nova Men for sponsoring today's live. All right. Y'all, I don't know what's going on with my damn microphone. I hope you guys can hear me. All right. What's up with the outfit? I just told you. What's going on, Danny? Didn't realize you were so tall. You're a model. Everybody says that. Everybody says that. Thank you so much, Danny. Yeah, everybody says that, when they see me on Instagram, they be like, "Oh my God, you're so tall." And oh my God, especially now that I'm talking about the clothes from Fashion Nova and whatnot, I have to model. Okay, I got to show my legs and stuff like that. And so people are coming to my Instagram like, "Oh my God, I didn't know you were so tall." And I'm like, "Yes." Y'all can't tell from the broad shoulders. Usually when you have broad shoulders, that means that someone is tall, but I guess in this case, y'all don't know. So listen, if you don't know, y'all need to go ahead and follow me on Instagram as well, okay? Because you would have known that I was tall if you went ahead and followed me on the gram. But I can tell that some of y'all just watch me on the YouTube, and that's unacceptable. If you're a real house guest, if you are a real supporter of House of Aaron, you should be following me on Instagram. So follow me on Instagram, follow me on Twitter, and follow me everywhere else. All right? Now, Queen says I should be a model. I should be a model, okay? And I'm living out my model dreams through Nova Men. Yeah, somebody said Fashion Nova is tearing it up. Okay, speaking of Fashion Nova, though, let me go ahead and talk about this. Shout out to my friend, my colleague, Armand Wiggins. He shouted me out. I think he was on Station Head the other night, and he shouted me out. And I think he was talking about loyalty and things of that nature. And I want to give a huge shout out to Armand Wiggins. He is someone that I do look up to in the quote unquote YouTube streets. And he is the one that did refer me to Nova Man. And so, of course, I'm appreciative of that. Y'all know that I fuck with Armand Wiggins real heavy. Okay, I be singing him his praises every chance that I get. And so I definitely think he is one of the best, and I'm super grateful that, listen, if someone ever says that Armand Wiggins don't do nothing for nobody, that's not the case. That's not the case. When it comes to me in particular, that has not been the case. Okay, so can't nobody say that he is not, a writer behind the scenes. So shout out to him. I really do appreciate him. Okay, so yes, Celine, follow me on Instagram. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about the Real Housewives of Potomac because I know that's why you guys are here. Let me go ahead and put up this picture of Charrisse. Charrisse looks crazy. On tonight's episode, we had a whole geriatric fight, and I was like, oh my God, what's going on? Charrisse, you're a little bit too big, sis. Okay, we're going to put Charrisse right here. Y'all, Charrisse and Karen had a whole what Giselle would describe as a geriatric fight, and I was like, oh my God, what the hell is going on? Because it went from 0 to 100 really quickly, because we've all been trying to figure out, okay, what is the real tea between Karen Huger and Charrisse Jordan? Is her name Charrisse Jordan or Charrisse Jackson? Okay, honestly, I forgot the woman's name. We haven't talked about Charrisse in so long. It's been years, Charrisse, okay? And Karen said that, okay? We forgot your name. Is it Jackson or Jordan? We haven't talked about Charrisse in years. Charrisse said, I want you to just be woman enough, okay? I don't feel any ways that you don't want to be friends with me, but I feel a ways that you don't want to be friends with me, and you're going around the group telling individual women what the issue is instead of coming to me as a woman telling me that you don't want to be my friend. Just tell me you don't want to be my friend to my face, and then that could be that. Well, child, Karen hit her back with, well, sis, where we need to get things straightened up is the fact that, honey, I don't sit around talking about you. Like, you haven't been spoken of in years. And I was like, Karen, now why did you have to do that? Karen Huger, why did you have to hit her like that? Basically saying, since you're irrelevant, you were fired from the show and ain't nobody thought about you since. And I think it's kind of comical. Listen, now Charrisse Jordan Jackson, whatever the hell her name is, may have pull in the Potomac streets in real life. But honestly, as far as Hollywood is concerned, Charrisse, you ain't got it. As far as NBC Universal is concerned, you ain't got it. As far as this show, The Real Housewives of Potomac, you don't have it. Okay? As far as my eyes can see, you are not the Grand Dame of Potomac. That title goes to Karen Huger. Karen Huger is the Grand Dame. She's the queen of the show. Some would argue that Giselle is also one of the queens of the show. I'll go ahead and give Jizzy that. And speaking of Jizzy, y'all, tell me why Jizzy finally has a storyline. Y'all, I can't believe it. Giselle finally has a storyline. Shout out to all 100 of you guys in the chat. If you are in here, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click my Nova Men links down below. Jizzy finally has a storyline, y'all. Okay, so we're gonna get into it. Let me start from the beginning. So I wrote some notes down, so we're just gonna go through them. Ashley's having a birthday. They're going to Mexico. What I found weird about this trip is usually, you know, when the ladies on these Housewives franchises, when they're going on trips, usually we'll get word about the trip maybe an episode or two before they actually go on the trip, right? We did not get any notice or warning that these ladies were going to Mexico, except for the preview, which of course showed the women fighting and showed what was going to happen in the next episode, obviously. So with that being said, I say that to say that it was like this Mexico trip came out of nowhere. And I'm just like, okay, when we talk about continuity and we talk about the pacing, you know, I'm a student of film. All right. So I pay attention to things like this. I pay attention to tone and pacing. And the pacing of this episode, or the pacing from last episode to this episode, I thought was a little weird. Now, they did try to tie in some of the loose ends by showing us the conversations. It was like, what do you call that? Like flashback footages of them talking about this trip, but we never got like real time footages of them talking about the trip, which made the pacing of the episode, I felt like, was just weird. Am I the only one who thought that? Like, this Mexico trip came out of nowhere. But anyways, so they're going to Mexico in this episode for Ashley's birthday, which I think is super dope. But before they go to Mexico, we get word that Giselle is dealing with these monstrous-sized fibroids. And she's going to have to get her uterus taken out, which I find to be, you know, bad. I guess that's unfortunate because she says that she's going to be in a lot of pain and stuff like that. But I couldn't help but to notice that, you know, Giselle is actually getting some business of her own. I hate the fact that she has to lose her uterus, but I love the fact that she's getting business of her own. And now when she's on the phone with Robin and Charrisse and the rest of the girls and Mia being messy, she can talk about her own, you know, uterus and her own surgery and her own storyline instead of having to exploit and break up families to continue on being a cast member on this show. Congratulations, Giselle. Okay, Giselle also is on the phone with Robin before they go on this Mexico trip, and she's basically shading the hell out of Karen in her live show. And I'm like, Giselle, okay, your live show, your reasonably shady show, first off, you spent that celebratory moment. You have, let me back it up. Giselle has a NAACP nominated, Image Award nominated podcast. And you spent that celebratory moment talking about Mia licking up Jacqueline's vagina. And am I the only one that is sick and tired of this back and forth between Jacqueline and Mia? Nobody cares about this sister-wife relationship. This is another random happening in this season. Like, we just met Jacqueline and we know so much about her vagina. We know so much about her sex life. We know so much about everything. And it's like, sis, you're a friend of. Like, I'm sorry. When are the friend ofs going to be put back into their place? It's too much for me. And we don't care. It's too much. But I say that to say, you spent that moment, Jizzy, talking about Mia and Jacqueline's vaginas and whether they're effing Gordon or not, and whether, you know, she got her porch spread up. Who cares? We know that those folks, we know Gordon and Mia are freaky deaky. Okay, we know that they're freaks. We know Mia is a freak in the street and in the sheets. It's nothing to see here. It's nothing to see at all. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, these people are so dysfunctional. Giselle, I'm so disappointed that you decided to take that celebratory moment, NAACP Image Award nominated podcast, first live show, to talk about somebody else's vagina and yeast infection. It's just a little bit ridiculous if you ask me, okay? So with that also being said, yeah, and then she gonna go ahead and say Karen's live show was boring and it wasn't about anything. And I'm like, girl, your live show wasn't about anything. You had people dancing and doing TikTok dances, and you had Ashley and her bunions doing God knows what. And I'm just like, honey, like, don't talk about nobody's live show unless your live show is what it's supposed to be, okay? And then on top of that, just make sure you sell out next time. Make sure you fill up the place. Make sure you don't book a venue that's too big for your audience. You may be an Image Award potential recipient. I don't know. Did they win? Did they lose the award? I don't know. But just because you're nominated for an award don't mean that that award is going to bring butts into those seats. You should have been worried about that instead of worrying about Karen's live show. Okay, so I say that to say, Giselle, you're a hater. Okay. Robin's wedding plan, she doesn't have any wedding plans. I guess it's just her future husband / ex-husband / fiance / I mean, we don't know what's going on / basketball coach / he's been named in a lawsuit for not reporting the sexual assaults and harassments and inappropriate behavior of his colleagues. Whatever title you want to give Juan Dixon, you know, Robin's roommate, yeah. He gonna be at the wedding, allegedly, because at this point, is it happening? The parents aren't going to be at the wedding. The two boys, who are so adorable, by the way, are going to be at the wedding, and that's about it. Right? So it's just kind of like, okay, you guys are basically eloping. That's how I'm viewing this. So it is what it is. Nobody cares at this point. It's just like, girl, get real. Okay? BFFR. How Crystal say to Kyle at the reunion for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle, get real. Okay, let's be real. Karen says, so you're gonna have an intimate wedding with nobody there. Okay. I think she crossed her eyes and she was like, okay. Robin, it's a joke. It is a joke. Can we pull where do they live? Maryland, Virginia? Can we pull the state records? Did they get married already? Like, what is the tea? Okay, I'm sick of it. I'm tired. We're all tired. We all want to know. Where is your scooter? Okay, moving right along. So Robin is having a no wedding. Jacqueline, we get this storyline where Jacqueline doesn't have a babysitter, and you know, Mia's speaking about this situation that happened at the live show. We did a video on this, so if you want to catch that, you know, go back and binge watch my videos. If you haven't been watching my videos, I don't know where the hell you've been. Mia's annoyed at Jacqueline because Jacqueline wants Mia to always arrange babysitting, you know, arrangements for Jacqueline's daughters and whatnot, and it's just kind of like, those aren't my kids. They're not my responsibility. You know, your kids can be with my kids, and, you know, the babysitter can watch, I guess, all 5 of our kids. I don't know how many kids that they have combined. That's cool sometimes, but other times it's just like, can you get your own babysitter? Like, do you pay your sister? I pay your sister to watch my kids. So do you pay your sister? Do you pay your own sister to watch your kids? So anyways, again, don't really care about that storyline. I just, Jacqueline and Mia's shady, weird, dysfunctional relationship is toxic, and it's just kind of like, why did y'all bring this to my television screen? Like, it's not even entertaining, like, to me. Like, it's just not. I'd rather hear about Giselle's boyfriends, which we'll get to in just a second. So yeah, Mia is basically like, girl, fuck them kids. Those ain't my kids. Take care of your own kids, honey. Okay, then they had the whole plane ride. Now they're on their way to Mexico to celebrate Ashley's birthday and whatnot. They're on the plane, Delta flight, first class, right? Or business plus, comfort plus, or whatever they call it. And everybody's chill, except for the fact that Mia and Jacqueline are having a whole brawl in first class. And it's like, girl, how Giselle say, first class is usually filled up with people who are dignified with their AirPods in. If you rich, then you have the $600 headphones, AirPods, the silver blue ones. Yeah. Okay. You're watching your movie on the screen because unlike Southwest, Delta actually cancels and then rebooks you. And they also have TVs on the back of every seat and things like that. And so you're supposed to be chill, but these two are arguing back and forth about the kids. And Jacqueline is like, Mia, you're supposed to be my village. And Mia's like, girl, I don't give a fuck about them kids. And then Jacqueline is like, well, I guess you wouldn't really know about a village. You wasn't raised by nobody. Honestly, I need to do my research. I forgot about Mia's backstory. I don't know if she was in the foster care system. Some of the house guests told me that the sister came out and basically said that Mia lied about being raised in the foster care system and that she actually lived with Jacqueline's mama or something like that. I don't really know what the true tea is. You know, Mia's life is like a fucking soap opera. It's just, I can't keep up. I can't keep up with the dramatics of it all. All I know is that she didn't have a good relationship with her mother. Okay, so if y'all know the tea, let me look in the comments. Do y'all know the tea? Hey, Amber, what's going on, Amber? Hey, sis, they don't have any spark when they show them. You talking about Jacqueline and Mia intimate wedding that they could do in the kitchen at their house. I mean, pretty much. And their house is cute. Did y'all see the wall decor? Why is that lady on the screen? That's Charrisse Jackson Jordan, the real Grand Dame of Potomac. Anyways. So, yeah. Moving right along. I don't even know what I was talking about. So, yeah, they on the plane. Yeah. And then Jacqueline goes, you know, it takes a village, but you wouldn't know nothing about that because didn't nobody raise your ass. Okay? It was kind of like a situation where Marlo told Kenya, you know, your own mother didn't want you. If your own mother doesn't want you, then you know they're crazy or they're a bad person. Whatever she said. And it's just like, Marlo, bring it on down to the ground on this little TV show. All right? Don't go below the belt. Jacqueline, you was going below the belt and you was getting a little bit testy with Mia. So when they got off the plane and they started, you know, surprising Ashley with drinks and balloons and Party City decor, you know what I mean? Drew Sidora type teas, Drew Sidora type birthday party, you know, it kind of came to a head when, let's see, what did Jacqueline called, oh no, Mia called Jacqueline the devil. Okay. She said, I don't want to sit by that devil. Right? Because they just got off the plane where they was arguing about the kids. She said, fuck the kids. Mia was like, I don't want to sit by the devil. Talking about her own best friend. Who calls their own best friend the devil? I would never call my own best friend the devil. If I really thought that my best friend was the devil and that my best friend was evil, I would not be friends with that person. Okay? I was friends with somebody that called me evil one time. And I was like, first off, if you think that I'm evil, then why do you want to be my friend in the first place? That's weird. Anyways, she called Jacqueline the devil child. And Jacqueline says that Mia needs more dick. Okay? She says, and she said it in a playful way. It wasn't like, yeah, you don't get no dick at home. We know Gordon, even though Gordon is old and even though Gordon may need a blue pill from the gas station. Where do you get the blue pills? We don't know. Okay? But we know Gordon is older, but we know that thing worked. How he get it to work is beyond us. That's beyond my comprehension, but we know it works because he be messing with Sally and Susie and Josie and Becky with the good hair. Okay? We know he like him some Beckys with the good hair because she said that, you know, Gordon liked the white women's. Okay? Women's. I don't like women's no more. So yeah, we know that Mia's getting some DICK and we know that Gordon lets her go off and do his thing, I think, right? Don't they have sex with other people? And it's too freaky for me. I'll be thinking I'm a freak, but listen, all this looking up into people's vaginas, when your best friend got a yeast infection, that you effing my man Peter's girlfriend from Atlanta Housewives and, you know, suck your man's dick on the night before the wedding to you. And then she sung at the wedding. She's singing Whitney Houston and Celine Dion at your wedding with her dick sucking lips. Okay. Like, I'm sorry. If you suck my man dick, you're not invited to my wedding. If you've seen my man naked, get out. Y'all know that viral video where the guy was being racist at the PTO meeting, the district county meeting and whatnot. And he was like, y'all need to go back to Mexico. Some racist shit he had said. And the whole room filled up with white parents was like, and then the old white lady said, you need to leave. Yeah, that's how I feel. You suck my man dick, get out of you need to leave. Get your ass. And then not only are you a guest at the wedding, now maybe, okay, if you see my man naked, okay, maybe I can bypass that. If you saw my man dead, okay, maybe I can bypass that. You know, because sometimes you mess around with people and then you actually end up becoming best friends, okay? So that's not really the problem. It's the fact that you in the wedding. Like, you can be a guest, but you can't be in the wedding. Sorry. But apparently, I guess this is like a throuple. Like, they really love this girl. It was like their third girlfriend. I don't know. They too freaky for me. I can't take it no more, okay? So Jackie then, Jacqueline says that Mia needs more dick. And then Mia basically says, well, close your legs to marry man, bitch. Ooh, ooh. Oh my God. Fight night in Potomac. Y'all, what is going on? She pulled out the nene on your ass. Run Nene her check, Andy. Run Nene her check, please. I know y'all don't like Nene no more. And the word on the curb is, speaking of Nene, is that she got a settlement for $20 million. Listen, I don't know that to be the case, but if it is, congratulations, sis. Anyways. So she basically said, Jacqueline, was like, what did Jacqueline say? Let me find my place in my notes. She said, yeah, Mia needs some dick. And then Mia was like, well, you would know about dick. I mean, you sure do get a lot of it. And the dick that you be getting, it be committed dick. Okay, this is House of Aaron After Dark. Okay, this is 11:47. It's almost midnight in Atlanta. So listen, it's getting freaky in here. Okay. But wasn't Gordon what? Well, I think I know what you're trying to say. Mia went down to Miami many years ago and did not close her legs for Gordon, who so happened to be a married man, and he was not married to her. So I agree with you, sis. Mia, you need to take your own advice. You also need to close your legs to married men. And if Jacqueline is laying it low and spreading it wide for married men, then she got it from you. She was looking at her big sis. She was, looking up to her big sister. My big sister got her a big baller. They were opening up her legs to married men, so I'm going to do the same. And you know it's true, T, because Jacqueline didn't deny it. Jacqueline denied, sleeping with Gordon, but she did not deny sleeping with other married men, because ain't nobody said nothing about Gordon, sis. Okay? Ain't nobody said nothing about it. So the bottom line of the situation is, I think it's true, allegedly, that Jacqueline is out here in Potomac. If you live in the DMV area, I would highly suggest you hide your men's. Okay, hide them from Jacqueline, because she's out here and she wants someone to pay that car note, because she couldn't even put. She was income qualified, she qualified for the lease or the financing or whatever the case. Okay, she has a decent job, allegedly. She just didn't have a whole lump sum of change to put down on the down payment. Okay, so I guess she's fallen on hard times and fell in love with some married DICK, and at this point she wants somebody to pay off the car, and it's a whole hot damn mess. Jacqueline, Mia's telling the truth on you. Okay, Mia may be a liar, but she's telling the truth in this instance, allegedly. Close your legs to married men. How Kim Zolciak said, what? Excuse me? What? What are you talking about, Nene? Now, the difference between Kim Zolciak and Jacqueline is that Kim Zolciak kind of like fought back and was just like, okay, girl, you crazy. Even though Kim Zolciak, you were having sex with a married man, so I don't know why you was acting shocked. Jacqueline looked so stunned, and she was like, wow, I cannot believe my best friend of 30 years came up onto the television screens and exposed my secrets, and she started bawling, crying. And I was like, Jacqueline, get me a back. Jacqueline, stop all that crying. Get this girl back. She done exposed your deepest, darkest secrets, even though your deepest, darkest secrets is her non-secrets. But listen, this whole situation is a hot damn mess. Jacqueline, Mia, get out of my life. You and your wig, get out of my life. Okay. So then Jacqueline starts crying, and you know what? It was just weird to me. Like, am I the only one? Like, there was a part of me that kind of thought, is this fake? Like, did they concoct this plan for Mia to bring Jacqueline onto the show so that Jacqueline can have a job, because she is messing with married men to pay off the financing for the Porsche? So Mia's whole thing was, well, sis, why don't I just help you become a housewife, help you get this bag? Because y'all know Mia's on, Jacqueline has, I think she's getting a day rate for her time. So unlike Sesame Street character, I think Jacqueline is getting, a nice little $1,500 an episode, right? But a part of me was like, did Mia kind of set this up? Was this a scheme set up by Gordon and Mia to get this girl onto the show? Because it just kind of seems a little bit like contrived. It seems a little bit random. It seems like all over the place. So I'm kind of thinking, okay, maybe they set this drama up. Like, Mia and what's her face, Jacqueline, were on the phone the other night before Mexico, and they were like, okay, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna have an argument on the plane, and then when we get off the plane, you're gonna say this to me. You're gonna say that I need some dick, and then I'm gonna expose your secret for closing and slipping on married men penises. And then the Potomac producers are not gonna have a choice but to give you a champagne flute. Womp, womp, womp. I'm sorry to let you know, Jacqueline, but you might be in the same boat as Sesame Street character. Okay, if there was any friend of that was Housewives material, it was a Scala, and the stupid ass Potomac producers fumbled that. I just don't see a chance for Sesame Street character or a Jacqueline. I feel like this is a flop. If that's the case, if this was a whole plan and a scheme, it was a flop. How did he say you gonna have to get that champagne flute out? Okay, because you ain't finna get it from me. Anyways, okay, at this point, I'm just rambling. Moving right along, so they start crying and doing the most and close your legs to married men. And, you know, Robin is gifted this mini veil that says bride-to-be, but then she loses a veil, which is foreshadowing the situation that sis is never going to get married. We found out that Giselle has been going on a date with Steve. Giselle finally has a man. After so many years of us talking about J-Mal and this fake relationship and how he's cheated on you and treated you so bad and had babies on you in the congregation before, during, and after you were the first lady. Do y'all want to see Giselle's man? I just thought this was scandalous, honey. Okay, this is scandalous, honey. Let me see if I can get a screenshot of So Giselle is dating this man named Steve, right? And Steve is like, I guess he's like a family friend, and they've known each other for a really, really, really long time. And, you know, hold on, here we go. Let me get a screenshot. He's a light-skinned, you know, nice little man with a little bit of weight on him, and he looks like Giselle's type. She tends to go for that type. Giselle, I feel like me and Giselle kind of have like the same type. Like, never mind, I'm not gonna get into that. This is Giselle's man, y'all. Damn, that's not a good picture. Hold on. Okay, wait. Let me get a good picture. Hold on. I need to get a picture. Okay, this is okay. Maybe this is better. Okay, so that's Giselle's new man, child. I know that screenshot is weird, but I wouldn't say that they're not attractive. They're not attractive. But Giselle is not into pretty boys. Or so we thought. Because I thought Sherman was cute. I actually think Jamal Bryant is cute. But I feel like me and Giselle kind of have like the same type. Like I'm not into pretty boys. I want a man. Okay. You know what I mean? The pretty boys ain't got no money. I'm kidding. Okay, listen. So she's claiming that she's going on dates with Steve, right? And Steve looks like a nice little young man. You can tell that, not young, but nice little old man. You can tell that Steve has been chasing after Giselle for years. Okay, Steve has been persistent and consistent and incessant. And that just goes to show that consistency is key. That's what I tell everybody who want to do YouTube. You want to make it pop, consistency is key. And that's how it is when you're dating and, you know, in relationships, when you at work, family, relationships, whatever the case may be. Consistency is key. I'm trying to find Giselle's new boyfriend. Giselle, where is your... I thought I took a screenshot of it. Maybe I didn't. Wow, Giselle hacked my phone and deleted the picture. Hold on. Cause we finna talk about this. Jizzy. We've been waiting years for you to have your own storyline. Okay, so we're gonna talk about this. And after I get off of this screen, we doing background checks, and then I will be back tomorrow to talk about them, to expose them. So apparently Giselle is also dating this guy. I think he's from Summer House or Winter House or Southern Hospitality, Southern Charm or something like that. Giselle, you may have escaped this one. But they saying he's like a reality TV star. He looked really, really cute from the back. If y'all know what I'm talking about, put it in the comments. Put it in the chat. Giselle date. Let's see. Here we go. Here we go. Bravo and cocktails. Fuck. Okay. So this is Giselle on this date the other day. It's a showman. You think it's fake? Not Mr. Potato Head. Y'all is so mean. Hey, Imara, what's going on? What's going on? Giselle, no. Okay, so Ashley just broke up with the Summer House man. Okay, the Summer House man, the white one, he looked like a blonde ginger, like a gingery blonde man. He has the mustache, really, really cute. I really don't see it for Ashley and that white man. But listen, they say that this is Giselle's new other boo, and he looked younger. He got the fresh crochet, what you call that? Plaits. He got the fresh plaits. Okay, wait. They say Jason from Winter House and Giselle on a date. We assume they met through Ashley and Luke before they fizzled. Let me screenshot this. So apparently, Ashley and the guy from whatever show broke up. And now Giselle is on a date with Jason from Winter House. Y'all think I'm making this up? I'm not making this up. I saw this over the weekend. Hold on. Crochet. I didn't mean to say crochet. I meant to say plaits. Plaits. What do you call them? Braids? Them cornrows. Cornrows? I don't fucking know. Not Ashley is a clown. Don't do Ashley like that. Why you do Ashley? I just didn't understand why Ashley and Luke, I think that's his name, why were they so public and they were like, you know, out together and he was on her Instagram and I was like, girl, you don't put no nigga on your Instagram until like at least 8, 9, 10 months, sis. You gotta vet these. Everybody knows that. You don't put no man on your Instagram page. You do not put no man on your stories. I don't care if it's a story that's going to stay up for 24 hours. You do not put no man on your Instagram page until it's like cemented in history. Because what that tells me is that this is my man. I want all of my 5,000 followers. So I have 5,000 followers. I want all of them to know this is my man. And don't you dare tag his ass. Okay, so that everybody, all the jealous, weird individuals who follow you, they can be all looking on your man's page and doing, hell, no. Ashley, you fumbled. But I didn't really see that happening anyways. Ashley got too excited for her britches. She started having coochie cravings for Luke. She got too excited, posted the man on Instagram. And allegedly, the relationship fizzled. Either the relationship fizzled or maybe they just took a step back and want to be more private with it. Like, they're good and they're still going on dates, but maybe they want to be, I don't know. But apparently Giselle is dating this Jason guy. I don't know. I've never heard of him. I don't watch Summer House. I don't watch Winter House. I don't watch Southern Charm and Southern Hospitality and all of those other shows. Somebody said that I need to get into Southern Hospitality maybe one day. Ashley went into it too fast. Luke is not looking to be a stepdaddy to 2 little babies. Jizzy dates like she's an ugly girl. Why do y'all keep saying that? Giselle's boyfriends be cute. Stop. Ashley, I already read that. Ooh, yes, Patty would hook Giselle up. Did I miss talking about Karen and Charrisse? No, you didn't, Destiny. You came in just in time. All right. So anyways, so then what happened after that? So then what is really interesting about the entire situation is that Candace, who had an issue with Jacqueline, so mind you, Jacqueline is crying and she's bawling and she's just distraught that her best friend came onto national television and exposed her secret that she's a homewrecker and a mistress of the night. Okay? You know, like big sis like little sis. Mia was a homewrecker, allegedly, apparently. Now Jacqueline allegedly is one as well. So she's crying. So Candace is consoling Jacqueline, which I found to be really interesting because Jacqueline and Candace really wasn't, seeing eye to eye. They were not here for each other. They went to Miami and whatnot, and Candace kept calling Jacqueline her Mia's representative. So I'm looking at the TV screen tonight, and I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all know that viral video where the sister, she goes, oh, okay. I'm looking at the TV screen like, oh, okay. So now it's like, is Candace Jacqueline's best friend or is Mia Jacqueline's best friend? And why in the hell is Candace sitting next to Giselle on the plane? Then they went onto the Sprinter bus and Candace started talking about looking at each other's vaginas, and then Giselle was chiming in, acting like, oh yeah, you got to, and I'm like, wait a minute, is this shit fake? Is Giselle and Candace cool? Is Candace and Jacqueline cool? What's going on? Are you guys beefing for the television screen? Are you not? Because I'm sorry, if you accuse my man of trying to lure you into a sex dungeon, drug you and lure you into a sex dungeon during the reunion, out of all places, we're done. I'm just playing. But I'm not playing. I'm playing about the sex dungeon part. But I'm not playing about the fact that, no, we're not friends. Candace been on every news outlet talking about some, Giselle is thirsty and she's this and she needs a storyline. Is that all fake, Candace? Because it seemed like y'all was kikiing it up real big. Okay. Okay, moving on. So Candace and Jacqueline are now best friends. Ashley doesn't know if she wants to get a divorce. Don't give a fuck. Karen says that Robin's ring is fake. Like, does she mean that in does she mean that, what am I trying to say? Like, is she trying to say that Robin and Juan, they have a fake relationship? Or is she literally saying that Robin has a fake diamond ring, like it's plastic? Robin, is that a Cracker Jack ring? Did you get that ring from a vending machine? Did you get that ring from the Walmart case? No. Literally, this ring, everyone points out this ring all the time. This is, when I graduated high school, my mom got me this ring. This ring is from Walmart. And I wear this sucker every single day. And it has like the Lord's Prayer engraved on it with like this little cross. The cross was gold, but it's kind of faded out. But it makes sense that it's faded out because the bitch came from Walmart. But I love my ring. I love my little piece of jewelry. So, Karen, it's not, if you're trying to insinuate that the ring is like cheap jewelry or something like that, that's okay. Like, they have to save money. Juan knew that this Coppin State lawsuit was brewing for probably years now, allegedly. Robin, just got back on her feet, with the businesses. She lost a lot of money when it came to the real estate investment and the research that it took to, do her discovery for the business when it came to the trucking and stuff like that. And then she finally found her footing, selling the satin lined hats, embezzlement and things of that nature. And now, she signed with the Black Effect Network with the podcast and stuff like that. And so she's finally making some coins, and, I think it's dope. And they don't want to spend money on a diamond ring. I don't. But maybe she just meant that it was a fake relationship. I don't know. But there's nothing wrong, even if it is a fake diamond ring. I don't know what kind of ring it is, but if it's cheap jewelry, that's okay. Because sis, we're right here together. Okay? Okay, I'm talking 2-inch. Not the Fashion Nova jewelry. First off, listen, Nova men, they have some cute jewelry too. Okay, some cute chains and some cute. I'm gonna get me some jewelry. And I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, you can rock the inexpensive pieces. It's all about the highs and the lows. I feel like as long as you got a fresh pair of sneakers on, some cute little shoes on, like the rest of the outfit can be less inexpensive. Now, you cannot be wearing fake jewelry and the jewelry be gaudy and big. Like if you wearing like big ass diamond, like Cuban links and like flashy, gaudy, like rapper type jewelry. I feel like if you gonna do all that, then I think it would be like, it should be real. But like rings, like little rings, cute rings, dainty jewelry, little earrings, little necklaces and stuff like that, like it can be fake. Like don't nobody care. All right. So, oh yeah, she pawned the other finger because they were poor, child. Karen meant both fake relationship and a fake diamond. Ooh. Amara said, I make the clothes don't make me. Exactly. All right. Moving right along, Candace is restarting IVF. I'm trying to speed this up. Charrisse says that Karen needs to be a woman and tell her she don't want to be friends instead of talking to everyone else. And we kind of talked about this at the beginning of the live when, they're at their first dinner in Mexico and whatnot. And, Charrisse, I don't know how they started with this conversation, but apparently they kicked up the dust when it comes to the Charrisse and Karen thing. And we've been waiting for Karen to explain to us why she doesn't mess with Charrisse. And I know majority of the viewers feel like she don't need to explain anything. She doesn't want to be your friends. Y'all haven't been friends for the past 5 years. Let it go. She doesn't owe anybody an explanation. Now I kind of feel like she owes the viewers an explanation. Okay. And I'm coming from a storytelling perspective. If you're going to star in a reality TV series about relationships and friendships and things of that nature, then I feel like if you don't like someone, you need to go into your confessional and explain to the viewers / the audience why you don't like them and why you don't mess with them. Because at this point, you're leaving the audience hanging. And that's my opinion. And it's not changing. It's not changing. If I can sit up here and demand Giselle talks about her relationships, talk about her dating life, talk about Jason from Winter House, show us Sherman, show us Jamal, why is he living on the phone, show us, like, we want Giselle to show her life so much. So Karen, open up and let the viewers know why you don't like this girl. The same has to be, if you're going to be on a reality TV show, you have to be transparent. I don't care. Across the board, Karen is my favorite housewife. I love Karen. And yes, I feel like if this was real life, does she owe anyone an explanation? Absolutely not. If they were not filming a TV show, I would agree with that. However, not suspending our disbelief, we're on TV. So you need to tell us, you need to tell the story. Tell us what is the real tea. Okay? So Charrisse basically tells Karen she needs to be a woman and tell her that she doesn't want to be her friend instead of talking to everyone else about it. Karen says, girl, no one has spoken of you in years. And then Giselle calls it a geriatric fight. So that's that. All right. Before we log off, I'm going to go ahead and read some of you guys' comments. Okay, let's see. Somebody said your hand's gonna be green, child. Don't. I got some Sheen rings and they stick after an event, huh? And was sick after. Oh, you were sick. Well, my little fake sterling silver gold concoction that I've been wearing this ring every day for almost 10 years. Oh my God, I've been wearing this ring for 10 years. I ain't never got no green mark ever. But yeah, you're right. Fake jewelry it messes with your skin, and it also does. I have had jewelry to do that to me. So yeah, I totally understand what you're saying. The situationship looks forced, Hillary says. Which one? I'm talking about Robin and Juan. Karen don't give a damn about Charrisse. Stop letting Giselle ass produce you, my baby. Ooh. Karen was talking about how Karen was talking about she had her Fendi altered and it became an indie. I don't think Karen will be walking around here with fake Fendi, child. I don't believe that to be the case. Karen is playing it like I don't F with her. Destiny agrees with me. I do kind of want to know, but also don't care by not saying anything, giving Charrisse a storyline. Well, it's just kind of like, listen, whether you like it or not, Charrisse is an actual friend of the show. She is a friend of the show, right? Jacqueline and Charrisse, right? Yeah, they're official friends of the show. They have like photos, right? They were a part of the photo shoot when they were wearing all red and whatnot. And so my whole thing is like, she's a part of the cast. Whether you like it or not, she's here. She's here. So you need to acknowledge her. You cannot ignore the elephant in the room. Not calling Charrisse an elephant. No tea, no shade. But you cannot ignore her. She's here. She's a part of the cast. She's just as an important part of the cast as Jacqueline per se. Therefore, you need to acknowledge her from the show's perspective. Again, if it was real life, fuck that hoe. But this is not real life. It's a TV show. So you're here to create stories. So the producers need to be pushing Karen to talk about this, because it's not fair how everybody else has to talk about their relationships and why they don't like this person and why and yada, 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 and go into the confessionals and explain. And then you just don't get to explain, like, no. And then what I found to be really weird is the fact that she started talking about the mom and Charrisse. So here's the bottom line. What I gathered from their argument or their geriatric fight is the fact that it seems as though Karen feels like Charrisse only showed up to her mother's funeral as an in, as a way to get back into the friend group. I think we finally may have cracked the code. Does that sound about right? Did I hear that right? Queen T said, why is her pick still up? It's something deep I kind of feel. That's what I gathered from it. It seemed like Karen was like, girl, my mother and her funeral, that is not an end for you to get back into this group. And so maybe she felt like Charrisse was being disingenuous, mixed in with the fact that I believe the last time Charrisse was on the show, they were like exposing each other. I think Charrisse exposed her for having like a boyfriend and going off and sleeping with the chauffeur, the driver, somebody, blue eyes. I don't really know. Charrisse showed up to the funeral trying to save her champagne flute. I guess Karen wasn't having that. And so I don't know. Now, do I feel like there's still more to the story? Yes, but we are going to have to tune in next week to the Real Housewives of Potomac. That's my time. I'm going to go ahead and log out. Love you guys. Bye. I'm just playing. I'm not leaving that quick. Or is Ray related? Oh, well, something that I also found interesting was at the very end of the episode, we get Giselle in the confessional talking about, oh my God, what in the hell? This geriatric fight happening in the middle of Mexico. Okay, and for all the ones that were saying that Portia's Mexico trip was ratchet and it was this and it was that, keep the same energy with Potomac, okay? Because Karen was out there talking about I will whoop your ass, and Karen was like, I wish the hell you would. I dare you. And it was bitch this and bitch that, and you old ass hoe and this, that, and the third, and that's why you're effing blue eyes, and that's why you this, and you're a leprechaun looking for gold coins and friendships, and it was a lot. But Karen had me at, I will whoop your ass. And Charrisse didn't back down. Charrisse wasn't no punk. She said, I wish the hell you would. I would like to see that happen. I'd like to see the day you come over here and touch this. Child, it's the real Grand Dame versus the made-for-TV Grand Dame. And it's a whole hot mess. The girls are fighting in Mexico. But Giselle was like, yeah, this geriatric ass fight. And then she went, like, it has to be deeper. Like, did Charrisse fuck one of Karen's boyfriends? Blunt with Breezy, but that doesn't make sense because Charrisse is friends with Robin and Karen and has been all of this time. Oh, well. Farm girl Karen couldn't ever fix her mouth to call anyone disingenuous when she's one of the phoniest people on the show. Ooh. Sheesh. Karen was out of character. It was very. I do agree with that. Like, Karen came out of character, and it's like she went from 0 to 100. Now, Candace's whole ass, and you can tell it's something deep, because Karen, you got word that Candace basically said that she was cheating on Ray. Like, or she was gossiping about the fact that she was cheating on Ray. And you and Candace supposed to be big sis, little sis, even though Candace said she was done with your ass because, you know, they say that Karen tried to get Candace fired, which is not true. Karen went to the executives to get Candace mental help. And you can't say that she didn't need the mental help because sis hired a therapist. Okay, so for those of you who are continuing that bold-faced ass lie talking about she tried to get Candace fired, no. They have a deal with the network to where if you're ever under that much distress, we will help you get resources for mental health services. And she felt like at this point, Candace had reached, she came to a breaking point. And so please stop spreading that lie. Okay. But anyways, I guess they got past that point. Okay. They got, they retracted from the point of no return. They became good Judies again. Y'all were in Miami having a great dandy time. And then Robin pulls out the infamous speaker, which y'all think is so iconic. It was such an iconic Housewives moment that Robin Dixon pulled out a speaker. Womp, womp, womp. That shit was a flop. Boring. And that's when Ashley decided to take that opportunity to basically expose Candace. And she said that Candace was talking about how Karen was cheating on Ray, or gossiping about how there were rumors about how she was cheating on Ray. And yeah, that was that. And so, Karen, I felt like that sort of situation justified you talking about I will whoop your ass. Now, Karen did get upset, but all that happened was Candace cried and Karen kind of, raised her voice a little bit. And she was just like, what you will not do is tamper with my institution. Okay? 45 years, baby, with the Black Bill Gates. Get to know. When your marriage lasts just as long, then you can talk. But until then, stop playing with my institution. And then sis took to the bathroom to go check her lace. Then she came back to the table, and then that was that. But I kind of felt like if you're spreading rumors about my man and talking mess about me and we supposed to be good Judies, yeah, I would think that would be more of a justification to be like, I'm going to whoop your ass. But this little situation with Charrisse, nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. I do feel like Karen was getting out of character and she kind of got beside herself. Because I'm like, okay, this just came out of left fucking field. And it definitely was looking like a geriatric fight. You both of y'all is 60 plus, I think. Talking about I will whoop your ass. First off, you make one swing. You even attempt to swing, your whole left side is finna be sprained. Sit your ass down. Okay. Anyways. Karen went the hell in. It must be deep. Maybe Charrisse did sleep with one of the boyfriends. We don't know. But, Karen would have hit Charrisse all force from blubber. Ooh, would knock her out. What? I like Candace, but maybe this is not the right show for her. Why you say that? Destiny said that was stupid. She def thought she was on one with that speaker. Yeah, I felt like the speaker was dumb as hell. Amara says, I'm from Baltimore and Charrisse dogged us up and down, but the heifer lives here now in a townhouse. Does she? Oh, she dogged out Baltimore but now lives there. Interesting. Tish agrees that speaker was lame. 45 years, baby. We've been together 45 years. Don't talk about my 45-year institution. Child. Danny said Karen should be embarrassed. I don't think Karen should be embarrassed because we've been waiting for her to drag Charrisse from the root. From the rooter to the Torah. We've been waiting. But you can't drag somebody for no reason. Like, hey, so you need to tell us what the reason is. Why do you have all of this pent-up anger? This goes back to my original point. I'm honestly disappointed in Karen. If she don't start opening up her lips and letting us know the full extent of this relationship, then I'm going to be mad. Okay, I'm finna be mad. Karen. This is the same woman that tried to hold Giselle accountable for getting into everybody else's business. Okay, because listen, quiet as it's kept, this year's bone collector is Karen the Huger. Okay, the way Karen was carrying them bones, talking about some, oh yeah, you know, Mia and Jacqueline is licking coochies and yeast infections and sliding up on all these men's. Yeah, Karen, you've been carrying them bones. You've been carrying them bones, okay? So I'm gonna need you to carry your own. Go up into that confessional and let us know which boyfriend Charrisse done slept with, okay? Anyways, all right, so I'm really about to go. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Your Nova Men attire looks really nice. Thank you, Apple. Danny said, I liked the speaker incident. It was so Robin lame. LOL. What's happening next episode? I was on a free site and they didn't. I don't know. Yeah. So that's that. So I am super surprised that 200 of you guys stuck around for this late notice late night live. I really do appreciate it. We are promoting Nova Men. They be having me together. Y'all need to go ahead and follow me on to the Instagrams, okay? Because Instagram get everything first. This was me and the birthday girl, Kiki the Cupcake Girl. And of course, that's my Nova Men hoodie, period. We went to Busch Gardens. That was us. We went to this restaurant called Haiku. It was sushi, and I had the dumplings, and then we ordered this Bahama Mama, even though we were all drinking whiskey, honey. I was on my Mercer and Prince, and then they had me drinking a Bahama Mama. Ain't that white rum, mixing liquors and shit? So yeah, I had this sushi. It was called like a volcano roll or something like that. I did not know that the volcano roll was gonna look like that. I was like, what is this, honey? What is this? But that was me at the house. And that's my Nova Men fit. And this is what I was trying to say earlier, but my microphone wasn't working. We took a whole road trip, child. I was sleeping in the car. Yeah. So anyways, Instagram saw it first. My links are down below, so go ahead and follow me on that. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Please, before you log off, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to create a great rest of your night. Love you guys. Bye.